We're going to start on our backs in supine butterfly. So come onto your backs, bring the soles of your feet to touch, knees fall wide, and then lie back down. Make yourself comfortable, maybe wiggle your shoulders a little bit so that you're not crunching your shoulders, maybe tuck your chin in just a little bit so that you're resting comfortably on the back of your head. And now take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and let it out. One more deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Now sealing your lips, breathing in and out only through your nose. Breathing in yoga is typically done through the nose, unless you have a sinus problem or something that prevents you from doing that. So taking a few gentle breaths here, arriving on your mat, leaving your weekend behind, leaving any plans for the coming week behind. As you settle down on your mat, maybe set an intention for your practice. I'm going to offer up an intention for us, and that is to be aware of your back as you're going through this practice today, and breathe into it. Notice all the tight spots. Notice what feels good. About 3 more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, use your hands to bring your knees together and have both knees into your chest. Give them a tight squeeze and rock from side to side, massaging your low back. Come back to the center, holding on to your knees now. We're going to do Apanasana, which is a good pose to kind of build awareness of your back muscles, of the low back as you tilt and arch your back. So on your next inhale, you're going to push your knees away from you, allowing your low back to kind of arch a little bit. As you exhale, pull the knees in towards you, rounding your low back. Tail curls up, your low back presses against the mat. Inhale, push it away. Notice the arch in your low back. Exhale, pull it in. 2 more like this. Inhale, push it away. Exhale, pull it in. Last time here. Inhale, push it away. Exhale, pull it in. Planting both feet on the mat now for a few gentle bridge rolls. If you have your block or your book, you can keep it close by. We'll use it in the last round. So set your feet hip distance apart, grazing the backs of your heel with your longest finger. This is just to make sure that your knees are tracking right on top of your ankles. On your next inhale, you're going to press your feet down and lift your hips up. Notice each vertebrae coming up off the floor, shifting the weight to your shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Notice each vertebrae land on the mat. Your tailbone comes down last. 5 more times like this. We'll hold it in the last round. Keep noticing the back muscles here. Inhale, press your feet down, lift your hips straight up, shoot your tail forward, weight shifts to your shoulders. Exhale, lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Your tailbone comes down last. Inhale, up. Exhale down, noticing each vertebrae as it lays back down on the mat. Your tailbone comes down last. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, last two here. Exhale down. For the last round, grab your block optionally. Place it in between your thighs. Squeeze the block in on your next inhale. Lift your hips up. Keep squeezing the block as you take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pushing your hip bones up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last deep one. Lift your hips up as high as you can. Exhale. Lower down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Your tailbone comes down last. Remove the block. Set it away. Now bring your knees in towards your chest and open your knees up so that they are wider, as wide as your armpits. Now you can bring the soles of the feet up, grab the backs of your thighs for happy baby pose. Or if you have the mobility or flexibility now, you can reach around through the inside to grab the pinky side of the foot. Happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Breathe here, pressing both knees down towards the mat, soles of the feet are parallel to the ceiling. Your tailbone is slightly curled up, but you're trying to keep your low back on the mat. You can make this a happy baby and maybe rock from side to side. Kind of like a dead bug floating in the wind. Come back to center. Plant your feet down for one more round of bridge. Again, grabbing your block. Squeezing it in between your thighs optionally. You're going to hold the bridge for 3 breaths. So on your next inhale, press your feet down, lift your hips straight up, shoot your tailbone forward, shifting your weight to your shoulders. Hold it here, 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the block. Inhale. Exhale. Last deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Tailbone comes down last. Remove the block one more time, set it aside, take your feet as wide as the mat, and windshield wiper your legs from side to side, just releasing your low back here. Now let's take a supine figure 4 stretch, again bringing your feet hip distance apart. Now place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Keep that right foot active, which means you're flexing that foot and pressing the heel away. Now press your knee, right knee away from you. If this is a good enough stretch for you, just stay here. If you want more, you can take your hands in between the keyhole that you formed with your legs and pull that left leg in. You can keep the left foot relaxed, but keep the right knee active, pressing the right foot active, pressing the right knee away from you. Breathe here, breathe into the outer hip area here, the right outer hip. Last breath. Release the left foot on the mat. Now you're going to slide, just simply slide the left leg over the right leg. Like you're a lady sitting in a chair with crossed legs. Drop both knees to the left as you turn your gaze to the right, extending your right arm out. Your right hip is stacked on top of your left hip, supine twist. Take a few breaths here. Slowly come back to the center. Uncross your legs. Going for the other side now, planting your feet down. Cross your left ankle now on top of your right thigh. And flex that left foot. Keep it active as you push the left knee away from you. Maybe this is enough of a stretch for you. Maybe you feel a good enough stretch here. If you want more, you can thread the needle and bring your right knee in towards you. Keep pressing the left knee out. Keep the left foot active. Few deep breaths here. Go ahead and drop that right foot back down. Cross the left leg over your right leg, like you're a lady sitting in a chair with crossed legs. Drop both knees to the right. As you extend your left arm out and gaze to the left. Your left hip is now stacked on top of your right hip. Take a few breaths here in supine twist. Slowly come back to the center. Uncross both your legs. Now grab your blanket. We are going to kind of use the blanket as a cushion in between our knees as we kind of do thoracic spinal rotations. So come onto your backs again, and you're going to come over to your side, like knees stacked on top of each other. So your heels are in line with your hips and are in line with your shoulders. So shoulders, hips, and heels are in line. Your knees are out in front. You're going to take the blanket and place it in between your knees. This is just to give it some support. Now turn all the way to the side, planting your left palm. You're turning all the way to your right side, planting your left palm on top of your right palm. Going to do some thoracic spinal rotations. So make a fist with your left hand. Left palm is pointing up. You're going to trace a circle as you inhale all the way over your head. Turn your head until it reaches your bum on the other side. So take a deep inhale as you move the thumb, trace the thumb on the floor, move it all the way to the back, open your chest to the ceiling as you bring the hand all the way and tap your butt with your thumb. Inhale, slowly come back up again, all the way up to your head, above your head. Exhale as you slowly rotate it all the way to the front. Turn to your right side, your left palm comes back on top of your right palm. We're going to do this 3 more times, thoracic spinal rotations. Inhale, make a fist with your left hand, trace the thumb all the way above your head. Take it behind you as you open your heart to the ceiling. Turn your palm down maybe to tap your butt with your thumb. And then slowly come back up, moving with your breath, retracing the path so that you can bring your left palm on top of your right palm again. 2 more times like that. Moving with your breath, making a fist with your hand, moving the thumb all the way above your head, opening your heart up to the ceiling. Maybe turning your thumb the other way to point down, tapping your butt with your thumb. And then slowly trace it all the way back above your head and come back and plant your left palm on top of your right palm. Last one here like this. On your breath, on your inhale, move up above your head. Open your heart to the ceiling. Turn your thumb down maybe to tap your bum with your thumb. And then go all the way back, retracing your path here with your thumb. Bringing your left palm to rest on top of your right palm. Slowly come back to center, remove your blanket, set it on the other side. We're going to do it on the other side now. So move to your left side of your body. Knees stacked one on top of the other. Your heels, your hips and shoulders are in one line. Plant the blanket in between your knees now. Coming all the way onto your left side. Plant your right palm on top of your left palm. Make a fist with your hand so that your right thumb is pointing up. You're going to make those thoracic spinal rotations as you trace your thumb above your head or with your breath, moving with your breath. Following the thumb with your gaze, open your heart to the ceiling, maybe turn your thumb down as you poke your butt with your thumb and retrace that path one more time. Three more like this, moving with your breath, moving slowly, opening your heart up to the ceiling, noticing where you feel the stretch. Two more like this. Bringing your palm one on top of the other. Last time, moving slowly with your breath as you open your heart up to the ceiling. Tapping your bum with your thumb and then retracing it all the way above your head. Resting your right palm on top of your left palm again. Slowly come back to center, release the blanket, grab the backs of your thighs and rock up to a tall seat. Sitting up tall. You can grab your blanket if you want to sit up on a blanket. You're going to move both heels to the left. You can stay where you are. I'm turning to face you guys. Moving both heels to the left. We're going to take a twist to the right. So left fingers outside your right knee. Right fingers behind you for support as you twist to the right. Gaze over your right shoulder. Sit on a blanket if you need to. Sit up tall. Engaging your core, reaching the crown of the head up. Taking a few breaths in this twist. And slowly come back to the center, planting your right hand down on the mat now. We're going to take a side stretch to the right, and then we're going to take a round over and take the lat stretch. The lats are the big muscles kind of in your mid-back area on either side of your spine. And that's part of your posterior chain that you're focusing on today. So plant your right hand down on your next inhale, reach your fingertips up, exhale, and lean over to the right. Breathe here, breathe into the side body. Maybe this time for a few breaths, turning the heart up to the ceiling and turning the pinky finger, the left pinky finger down. Now using all that length that you created in your left side body, you're going to drop the left fingers down to the mat, rounding your back and kind of lean forward so that you can feel a good stretch in your mid-back here. Breathe. Slowly come back up. And let's go over to the other side. Move both heels to the right now. Let's start with the twist. Left fingers outside your, right fingers outside your left knee. Left fingers behind you as you sit up tall, squeeze your belly button in and twist to the left. Breathe. Slowly come back to the center. Let's go for that side stretch now. Planting your left hand down. Reach your right fingertips up on the inhale. Reach your fingers up to the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the left. Maybe turning your heart up to the ceiling as your pinky finger spins down. Breathe. Breathe into the right side of the body. Breathe into the separation of all those ribs on the right side. Now use all that length that you created. Drop your right fingers to the mat on the left side, reaching far so that you can feel a stretch in your lat muscles and lean forward. Lean to the left. These muscles get really tight as we sit on our desk all day, especially the right side. Whenever I do like foam rolling or something, I can feel it. I'm not good at foam rolling, but I do feel the tightness on the right side. Slowly come back to center. And then go ahead and roll on to all fours when you're done with your stretch. Spread your fingers wide like a starfish. Your index finger is kind of sort of pointing forward. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Your knees are right underneath your hips. Press the mat away, engaging the back muscles here. Suck in your belly button. Tuck your tail in just slightly. Now tuck your toes in. Lift your knees 1 inch off the mat, 1 to 2 inches off the mat. Keep pressing the mat away. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward. Hold it here in bear pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Uncurl your toes. Let's take a few cat cows. On your inhale, drop your belly, arching your back as you gaze up to the ceiling, lifting your tail up like a happy cow. Exhale, round your back as you push the mat away, spreading your fingers wide, gaze to belly button to spine, spine to ceiling. Inhale, happy cow. Moving with your breath, notice your entire back, or maybe just those 1 or 2 tight spots. Two more times like this. Inhale as you drop your belly, lift your heart and tail up, happy cow. Exhale as you press the mat away, angry cat, tucking your tail in, rounding your back, separating those shoulder blades. Last time, inhale, happy cow. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Exhale, separate your shoulder blades, tuck your tail in as you gaze at your belly button to spine. And slowly come back to the center. Going for a balance now, working the entire spinal column here. So on your next inhale, kick your left leg back, long and strong behind you, either pointing those toes or flexing that foot, either way, keeping that leg active, which means that you're extending through the knee. You can stay here if this is enough of a balance challenge for you today. If you want more, you can take your right hand up, out in front of you, thumb faces the ceiling, strong straight line from your thumb to your heel. Stay here and breathe. Keep pressing the mat away. Keep sucking in that belly button, flat back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's go for the other side. On your next inhale, kick your right leg back, long and strong behind you. Either point those toes or flex that foot. Either way, keeping that leg extended, active, and just stay here. If your balance is pretty good today, you can take your left arm out, extending the left arm, thumb faces the ceiling, strong straight line. Imagine that line from your thumb to your heel as you suck in your belly button to flatten your back. Keep pressing the mat away. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. On your next inhale, sweep your right arm up to the ceiling. Follow the thumb with your gaze. Exhale, sweep the right arm underneath your left armpit. As you land on your right shoulder and right ear for thread the needle. Just stay here and breathe with your left hand in front of your face. If you want, you can take a variation with your left arm, either moving it to the front of the mat or going for a half bind, reaching around to grab a hold of your right thigh. Staying here for 3 deep breaths. Notice where you feel the stretch. Plant your left hand back in front of your face if it's not. Inhale, sweep the right arm up one more time. Exhale, plant the right hand back down. Other side. On your next inhale, sweep your left hand up all the way to the ceiling. Follow the thumb with your gaze. Exhale, sweep the left arm underneath your right armpit, landing on your left shoulder and left ear. You can leave your right hand where it is. Do what you did on the other side. Maybe you moved it to the front of the mat, or maybe you took a half bind, grabbing your left thigh. Breathe. 3 deep breaths. Plant your right hand back in front of your face if it's not there already. Inhale, sweep your left hand back up one more time. Exhale, plant your left hand back down. Move your hands to the front of the mat and come to lie all the way onto your bellies. Wiggle your hips out. I'm going to take a few cobra rolls and then we'll hold it in locust pose. Working the entire posterior chain here. So pay attention to your back muscles as you squeeze, contract them and soften them. So hands come right underneath your shoulders, squeezing your elbows by your side as you drop your shoulders away from your ears. For cobra pose, we always keep our elbows squeezed in. On your next inhale, peel your heart up, coming into a baby cobra. Keep your gaze forward. Keep your neck neutral by gazing slightly in front of you. Exhale, forehead comes to mat. Inhale, one more time. Squeeze your elbows as you peel your heart up. Exhale, forehead to mat. Last time, inhale, peel your heart up, baby cobra. This time you're going to stay here, so lift your hands up off the mat if you can, squeezing the back muscles. Hold it here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, softening your back muscles, wiggling your hips out. Reach your arms forward. Now we're going to do locust pose. But we're going to do alternate arm and alternate leg. So we're going to lift up just the opposite arm, opposite leg each time. We're going to go for 6 rounds, which is 3 on each side. So build awareness of your hips being rooted into the mat, pressing your pelvis into the mat. On your next inhale, peel your left hand up and right leg up, pressing your right palm down. Exhale down. Inhale, right hand up, left leg up, reaching the left leg back. Exhale down. Inhale, right hand, left hand, right leg, squeeze. Exhale down. Inhale, right hand, left leg, squeeze your glutes. Exhale down. Let's do 2 more on each side. Inhale, left hand, right leg, reach towards opposite ends of the room, pressing your right hand on the mat. Exhale down. Inhale, right hand, left leg, squeeze those glutes, peeling the left thigh off the mat. Exhale down. Inhale, last time on this side, squeeze up. Exhale down. Inhale, last one here. Squeeze the back muscles, reach your fingertips, press your left palm down. Exhale down. Wiggle your hips out. Slowly sweep your arms by your side, palms face down, going for a full locust now. On your next inhale, press your hips down, build that awareness, and peel everything up off the mat, resting on your pelvis as you reach your fingertips back, your toes reach back as well. You're resting on your pelvis, you're gazing slightly in front of you. Squeeze those back muscles, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Pick up your feet, windshield wiper your legs from side to side. 2 more rounds of locust. You can take any variation that's your favorite. I'm going to give you some options this time. Grasp your hands behind you. Lift those knuckles up off your bum. On your next inhale, peel everything up off the mat, resting on your pelvis, reaching your toes back, reaching your knuckles to the back of the room. Hold it here, breathe, squeeze those back muscles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Pick up those feet and windshield wiper your legs, releasing your low back. Last round of locust. This time we'll do a Superman locust, but if you have that block, you can use the block now. Reaching your arms out in front, grab the block between your hands. On your next inhale, press your hips down, peel everything up off the mat, reach the block up, reach those toes behind you as you're reaching your arms forward, as if you're offering a platter of food to someone. Squeeze those back muscles and hold it here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Plant your hands right underneath your shoulders. Pick yourself up. Bring your knees together. Sit back on your heels. Now we're going to come into seed pose to release the low back muscles. So simply drape your torso over your thighs, planting your forehead on a block or on the mat. Reach your arms by your side, palms face up. You look like a little seed here. So it's called seed pose or Bijasana. Taking a few breaths, noticing the rounding in your back, noticing how pleasing that feels after doing all those contractions of the back muscles. Come back to your breath. Come back to awareness of your body. Slowly come up to kneeling. We're going to try baby camel and camel pose today. If camel pose is too much, I want you guys to just stick with baby camel, not go any further. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step. First round, we'll do 3 rounds. First round, baby camel, and then we'll do 2 more rounds. So come up onto your knees. You can use a padding for your knees as well. If you want, you can open up your blanket and kneel on top of the blanket. Tuck your toes in. Take that block or book that you have, squeeze it in between your thighs. Now take your hands behind at your low back, fingertips face up or down, your choice. I'm going to leave mine facing up. I'm used to doing it that way, it doesn't matter. So squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, lift the crown of the head up, open your chest, elongate the spine, And then as you squeeze your block, you're going to press your hips forward and lean back. Open your throat up to the ceiling. Breathe here, baby camel, baby Ustrasana. Breathe for 5, 4. Keep pressing those hips forward. Keep squeezing your block. You don't want your hips to fall back. You're just leaning from your upper back here. 2, 1. And slowly come up. Sitting back down on your heels. Tuck your chin in slightly. Hands come on top of your thighs. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale it out. Counteracting the throat opening that we did by tucking the chin in. Take a deep inhale one more time. And exhale it out. Round 2 of Ustrasana, camel pose. This time, I'm going to show you a full camel, but go only as far as you can while you keep pressing your hips forward. So you don't want your hips to go back with you as you lean back, but you want to keep pressing those hips forward and just lean from your upper back here. So squeeze that block in, tuck your toes in. This gives you a few additional inches of height when you reach for your toes. So fingertips at your low back, fingertips can face down or up. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Squeeze that block in, press your hips forward, lift your heart up, take a deep inhale, drop your head back, and now just stay here in baby Ustrasana. Or if you want, if you can, with your hips pressing forward, you can reach for one heel, then the other. Keep squeezing that block. Drop your head to gaze at the back of the room for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly tuck your chin in and come all the way back down. Remove the block. Sit back on your heels. Tuck your chin in. Let's take a few breaths here. Inhale. And exhale it out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Last round, baby camel, camel, your choice. Squeezing that block in, just make sure that you're not dumping any weight in your low back. Keeping that engagement of your glutes by squeezing the block in. Tuck your toes in. Fingertips come to the low back, either pointing up or down. Press your hips forward. Lift your heart up, elongating the spine. As you press your hips forward, lean back. Either reaching for your heels or just staying in baby camel. If you're reaching for your heels, maybe you gaze behind at the wall behind you. Stay here for 5, 4, squeeze that block, 3, 2, 1. Slowly tucking your chin in, come all the way back up. And sit back on your heels. One more time, tuck your chin in. Palms come on top of your thighs. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last time, inhale. And exhale it out. Slowly roll forward and come up to standing at the front of your mat. Again, working that posterior chain. Your posterior chain is your back muscles, your glutes, your hamstrings. To some extent, your calf muscles as well, but these are the big muscles, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the back muscles. So working that again. Come up to standing at the top of your mat. Find your balance, maybe shifting your weight from the front of your foot to the heel, maybe side to side. Now shifting your balance to your left foot, maybe spreading the toes of the left foot wide. Bring your right knee up. See if you can bring your palms to your heart. Join your palms at your heart And then slowly hinge at your hips as you send your right leg back. You're going to take it forward into warrior three. Stay here and breathe. You're like a fulcrum, so as much as your leg lifts up, your head goes down. You could be just here. That this is a fine warrior three. If you want to bend forward, do so imagining your hip like a fulcrum. Hold it here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the ball of the foot down. Crescent lunge, high lunge pose. Breathe. Reaching your fingertips up or leaving your palms at your heart center, it doesn't matter. Your heel is lifted up on your back foot. Generous bend in your front knee. Your back leg is strong and straight, stretching out those hip flexors in the front and hamstrings in the back. Breathe here. Palms come to heart center. Spin your back foot 90 degrees. Straighten your front leg for triangle pose. So heel to arch alignment here. Your left toes are pointing forward. Your left heel is intersecting the arch of your right foot, which right toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat. Open your arms wide. Bump both hips back. As you reach your left fingers forward, reach, reach, reach in a lateral plane. And now drop your hand on your shin, your ankle, or maybe grab a hold of your big toe. Turn your heart up to the ceiling. Reach your right hand up as you gaze at your right thumb. Or maybe if it bothers your neck, you can simply gaze down at your left big toe. Breathe here. Slowly press down with both feet as you come all the way up to standing. And step to the front of the mat. For the other side now, I'm going to turn and face the other way. Spreading the toes of your right foot, balancing on your right leg now. Bring your left knee up. See if you can hold that knee up, palms to heart center. And slowly, using your hips like a fulcrum, send that left leg back as you lean forward, warrior three pose. Any height is okay as long as you're a straight line from the crown of your head to your heel. Keep that back foot active. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the ball of the back foot down. Your heel is lifted up for crescent lunge, high lunge pose. You can leave your hands at your heart or reach your fingertips up to the sky. Breathe here, a few deep breaths. Stretching the left hip flexor now and your left hamstring. Engaging the left hamstring. Palms come to heart center. Spin the back foot 90 degrees for triangle pose. Heel to arch alignment again. Straighten your front leg for Trikonasana. So reaching your right fingers forward now, bumping both hips back. Reach, reach, reach. Drop your fingers where they land, either your shin, your ankle, or maybe you grab a hold of your big toe. Spin your heart up to the ceiling, which means you're facing your chest to the side of the room. Reach your left fingers up. Gaze at your left thumb, or maybe gaze down at your right big toe. Breathe here, 3 deep breaths. Press down with both your feet as you slowly come up to standing, engaging your core, and step up to the front of your mat. You're going to slowly go down, back down to the mat. Actually, let's do a few more standing poses before we go down and take our final poses. So spread the toes of your feet wide, feet are hip distance apart. We're going to take our hands behind our head, interlacing our fingers behind our head. We're going to do some good mornings. So which means that Take a deep inhale as you elongate the crown of the head to the ceiling. As you exhale, send your hips back and fold forward, coming halfway down like Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Inhale, slowly come back up, extending the crown of the head up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, sending your hips back, maybe soft bend in your knees, feeling the stretch in your hamstring as you reach the crown of the head forward. Good morning stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half fold. 3 more times. Inhale, up. Reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, send your hips back, soft bend in your knees as you reach the crown of the head forward, feeling into your hamstrings. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, send your hips back, soft bend in your knees as you reach the crown of the head forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time fold all the way down. Grab opposite elbows. Take ragdoll, maybe swaying from side to side. Allowing your spine here to elongate down towards the mat, using the 10 to 12 pounds that your head weighs to pull your spine down to the mat. So you're going to let go of your head and neck. You're not going to hold it up here, swaying like a pendulum. Maybe shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And then let your fingertips fall down to the mat or towards the mat. On your next inhale, half lift, sliding your palms up the front of your shins, front of your legs, reaching the front of the head forward, just like we did before, but this time your palms are pressing against your shin, sucking in your belly button, L shape here, so your low back is flat as you reach the front of the head forward. On your exhale, fold forward again, sliding the hands down the backs of your legs, lifting your sit bones up to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale, half lift, sliding your palms up your shins, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold forward, slide your hands down the backs of your legs, let your head and neck go. Inhale, half lift, reach the crown of the head forward, suck in your belly button, L shape. Exhale, fold forward, slide your hands down the backs of your legs, let your head and neck go, breathe into your hamstrings. Last time, inhale, half lift, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up as you come all the way up to standing, reaching your fingertips up, upward salute, palms touch, gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale, palms to heart center and down by your side. Let's come down to a seat one more time. This time we're going to not pause in a squat. So reaching your hands forward, you're just going to simply sit down on the mat. So send your hips back down as you slowly lower your bum to the mat. Sitting in a cross-legged position here. I'm going to turn and face you. We're going to do some shoulder stretches and then we're going to come down onto the mat and take Shavasana. So reach your arms out. Now bend your elbows and touch your elbows together, palms together in front of you. Your elbows are at the same level as your shoulders. You're pressing your elbows together, pressing your palms together. Any cross-legged seat. On your next inhale, you're going to open your elbows wide, squeezing your shoulder blades behind you, lifting your heart up to the ceiling. Exhale as you round your back, elbows touch, palms touch, tuck your chin in. Inhale, open your heart, gaze up to the ceiling, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Exhale, bring it in, folding in towards you like a seated cat pose. Inhale, like a seated cow, opening your heart up, gazing up to the ceiling. Exhale, seated cat as you close in, elbows touch, palms touch, tuck your chin in, press your belly button behind you. Last time, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Come back to the center. Let's take eagle arms. So you can do it one of two ways. So cross your right arm over your left arm and just grab a hold of opposite elbows, separating your shoulder blades here. Breathe here. If you want more, you can lift your elbows up to the level of your shoulders as you touch the backs of your hands together, or wrap it twice and touch your palms together. Keep reaching your elbows forward if you have your arms wrapped with each other, and lift your elbows up to the level of your shoulders, but try to drop your shoulders down. You don't want to squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Stay here and breathe 3 deep breaths. Eagle arms. And release. Other side now. Left arm over your right arm, crossing those arms and grabbing a hold of opposite shoulders. Just staying here, breathing into it. If you want more, you can bring your elbows up to the level of your shoulders if you touch the backs of your hands together, or wrap it twice and touch the front palms together. Reach your elbows forward as you lift your elbows to the same level as your shoulders. Breathe into the stretch that you feel in your shoulders and the back. 3 deep breaths. Slowly release, shake it out. Let's go for Gomukhasana arms now. So let's start by reaching those arms out to a T. You're going to externally rotate your right hand. As you reach your right hand up, drop your right fingertips in between your shoulder blades. Now you're just simply going to take your left hand and pull your right elbow towards the middle and press it down. Or if you want more, you can internally rotate that left hand so your pinky finger faces down. Reach around and grab a hold of your right fingers with your left fingers. Either variation is okay. Sitting up tall, breathing here. Gomukhasana, cow face pose arms. Slowly release your hands. Shake it out. Let's do the other side, reaching your arms out as a T. You're going to externally rotate your left arm, reach those fingertips up, drop your left fingers in between your shoulder blades. Now you can simply use your right fingers to pull your left elbow towards the middle and press it down to feel the stretch in your triceps. Or you can internally rotate that right arm so that your thumb is facing down. Reach around, grab a hold of your left fingers with your right fingers. Breathe here. Or maybe you can use a strap, drop the strap from your top arm and then grab a hold of the bottom end of the strap. That's another way to do it. Just breathe here, any variation you take. Slowly release, shake it out. Grabbing the backs of your thighs, we're going to rest today in supported bridge. So if you have your block or book, you can bring it with you. Or if you feel like you don't want any of that, you just want to take Shavasana, go for it. So grabbing the backs of your thighs, slowly roll all the way down to the mat. Let's do a couple of final stretches before you release down to Shavasana or supported bridge. So hug your right knee into your chest as you extend your left leg out. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Squeeze that knee in. Exhale, forehead comes to your right knee, pressing your low back down to the mat, crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders release back down, soften your back. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. On the exhale, take a supine twist. Right knee comes over to the left side now, reaching your right arm out as a T, gaze to the right. Your right hip is stacked on top of your left hip. Your heart is open to the ceiling. Breathe. Maybe closing your eyes down now, starting to slow down your heart rate, tuning inwards to notice how you feel now. Slowly come back to center. And give your right knee a tight squeeze one more time. And release it. Hugging your left knee into your chest now. Extending the right leg out. Squeeze that left knee in. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, forehead to left knee. Crunch it in. Press your low back to the mat. Inhale, release your head and shoulders back down. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, release your head and shoulders back down. Soften your back. On the exhale, left knee comes over to the right. As you turn your gaze to the left, extending your left arm out. Supine twist. Opening your heart up to the ceiling, stacking your left hip now on top of your right hip. Slowly come back to center. Giving that left knee a tight squeeze one more time. Go ahead and release it on the mat. Coming to Shavasana now, if that's what you want to take as your final resting pose. Taking your feet wide, ankles fall open. Taking your arms wide, palms face up, releasing your shoulders down. If you want to take supported bridge, plant your feet down, lift your hips up, plant that block at any height you want, maybe the lowest height or maybe the mid height, underneath the soft part of your bum, just below your tailbone. Once you're here, make sure you are still releasing your shoulders, releasing the arch in your neck. Take your arms wide, palms face up. And just stay here. Allow the weight of your hips to release down on the block. Or if you want more, you can extend your legs out as well. Stay here and breathe. I'm going to set a timer for us. Simply close your eyes, turn inwards, quiet meditation for 1.5 minutes. If you're in Shavasana, simply plant your feet on the mat, bring your knees up, plant your feet on the mat. If you're in supported bridge, lift your hips up slightly to remove the block underneath from you. And then roll over to your favorite side, lying in a fetal position, just for a breath, reminding yourself of one thing that you're grateful for. And then with that gratitude in your heart, come up to a tall seat to Om with me.